Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation 24 channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Joan Vassos' son reacts to mom kissing multiple men on the Golden Bachelorette. We still have more than a month to go before the Golden Bachelorette premieres, but we already have an early first look. Joan Vassos is fresh off filming the first season of the Bachelor Nation spinoff, and already, we can't hold back our excitement. Fans are excited to learn more about Joan, who only appeared in the first 3 episodes of The Golden Bachelor before heading home to help her postpartum daughter. She's clarified that family is the most important thing and has even shared whether she'd move away from her loved ones should she find the man of her dreams. Before Joan left to film her season, she admitted to getting some great advice from Jerry Turner, whom she says wrote the rulebook on the senior spinoffs. Now, we're seeing just how it all begins and how close Joan is with her family as they come together for an intimate family dinner. Joan Vassos' son is not thrilled about all the kissing. The brand new The Golden Bachelorette sneak peek opens up with Joan Vassos and her family working together on a family dinner. In it, she talks about leaving for filming soon and tells her mother-in-law, Elaine, and her mother, Mary, how much she will miss them. Then, when Joan's son Nick and his fiancée Brooke join the older women, Brooke asks, "Mom, how do you feel about kissing another guy on TV?" At first, Joan shrugged it off, but she responded, "I'm going to have to get used to that because you don't want to be with somebody that you don't like to kiss, so you have to, try it out." She continued with a warning for her family, saying, "I'm going to probably kiss a fair amount of guys on camera. I'm sorry, guys." And it seems Nick hadn't thought about what it meant for his mom to be the Golden Bachelorette lead because he exclaimed, "A fair amount." Everyone laughed when Brooke said, "We weren't expecting that answer." Well, Bachelor Nation is expecting it, as Joan will have to work her way through dozens of men who want to win the senior reality star's heart when the season begins. Hopefully, Nick will be up for all that when he tunes in. Joan Vassos has been humble as she takes over as the Golden Bachelorette lead. We knew for all of 2024 that the Golden Bachelorette was happening, and there were months of speculation about who would get the lead role before it was announced. One person that no one saw coming was Joan Vassos. After all, she left just 3 weeks into the Golden Bachelor, meaning viewers barely got a chance to get to know her. It seems that Joan was also surprised to land the role. Even more so, she was very surprised that the Golden Bachelor viewers even remembered her. She must not know the impact her short time on TV had on viewers. Joan Vassos' son, Nathan, sat alone in his living room, the flickering light from the television screen casting shadows across his face. He stared blankly at the screen as the latest episode of The Golden Bachelorette unfolded before him, featuring his mom, his actual mom, kissing not 1, not 2, but 3 different men. It was surreal, to say the least. This was not the mom who baked cookies and scolded him for missing curfew in high school. This was Joan Vassos, the glamorous, adventurous woman vying for love under the scrutinizing eye of national television. And, apparently, making up for lost time with a few romantic entanglements along the way. Nathan rubbed his temples as the first kiss replayed on the screen. It was her and Bill, the charming retired firefighter from Arizona. The slow-motion shot of their lips meeting sent a collective cheer through the live studio audience, but Nathan cringed. He wasn't sure why he was watching it live. He could have recorded it and watched later. But there was something masochistic about seeing it in real time, like ripping off a band-aid you knew was going to hurt. "Mom," he muttered to himself. "I mean Bill. Really." He reached for his phone, fully expecting the barrage of texts from his friends to begin. And they did. The first one came from his best friend, Alex. "Dude, is your mom really macking on 3 guys at once?" Nathan sighed and typed back, "Apparently so." A flood of laughing emojis came in response. Alex wasn't the only one. The group chat with his cousins lit up next. His cousin Jenna's message popped up first. "You've got to be kidding me, Nathan. You're famous now. Your mom's practically a reality star." Nathan rolled his eyes but didn't respond. His mind was too busy grappling with the next scene on screen. Mom and Ron, the sensitive, silver-haired artist from Boston, were strolling along the moonlit path, their hands brushing together as they whispered sweet nothings. And then, it happened again. Ron leaned in, and there was kiss number 2. "Oh, come on!" Nathan threw his hands up, pacing around the room now. His thoughts were spiraling. How was he supposed to process all of this? It wasn't like he could unsee it. In fact, tomorrow morning, it would be all anyone at work would want to talk about. Part of him understood. Joan had been through a lot. His dad passed away 5 years ago, leaving her devastated. Nathan remembered how she'd been lost in grief for months. Watching her get back out there had been inspiring, at first. He even encouraged her to apply for the Golden Bachelorette, thinking it was a long shot. They had laughed about it, saying it would never happen. But then, one phone call from a casting producer turned into interviews, which turned into an acceptance, and now here they were. He plopped back onto the couch, resigned, as the show cut to the last segment. This time, Joan was sitting by a roaring fire with Dean, the outdoorsy, rugged adventurer. The sparks were flying, literally and figuratively. Nathan could already sense what was coming. Sure enough, Dean gave her that look, the one Nathan recognized as the universal precursor to a kiss. And just like that, kiss number 3 happened, sealing his mom's third romantic moment of the night. Nathan's phone buzzed again, and he glanced at it. This time, it was his older sister, Rachel. "Nate, you doing okay?" Nathan smiled at her concern. "Yeah, Rach. Just processing. What about you?" She responded almost instantly. "I mean, it's a lot. But she looks happy, doesn't she?" Nathan stared at the message. She did look happy. His mom was glowing, even through his frustration. She had a kind of energy he hadn't seen in years. Was it strange to watch her kiss multiple men? Absolutely. But this wasn't just about him. This was about her, about Joan living her best life. He sighed and decided to call Rachel. She picked up on the second ring. "Are you watching?" she asked, skipping pleasantries. "Yeah, just finished," Nathan replied, rubbing the back of his neck. "How are you handling all this?" Rachel chuckled softly. "It's weird, Nate. Like, I can't lie, it's really weird. But, I don't know. She seems so alive, doesn't she? It's like she's a different person from the one we've known these last few years." "Yeah," Nathan said, staring at the screen as the show wrapped up with a preview for next week's drama-filled episode. "But 3 guys in one night? It's a lot to take in." Rachel sighed on the other end. "I get it. Trust me. I've been trying to wrap my head around it too. But Mom's finally putting herself first, you know? I think we just have to let her do her thing, even if it's hard for us to watch." Nathan nodded, even though she couldn't see him. "Yeah, you're right. I mean, Dad's been gone for so long. And maybe this is what she needs. I just didn't expect it to be so public." "None of us did," Rachel said, her voice softer now. "But she's strong. If anyone can handle this, it's Mom."